Hi, everyone. Happy day before Valentine's Day, everybody. I'm going to do a Valentine's themed artwork. I was very much inspired by Henny Brower on our Facebook group. She made the most beautiful paradox thing. It was stunning. And I asked her how she did her base because I could not figure out her base on, so like the first lines that she used, it was different than I had anticipated. Um, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that similar thing she started with. Did I take a screenshot? I might have taken a screenshot. Let me look. Gallery. Did I take a screenshot? No, I did not. Screenshots. Facebook. Yes, I did. Facebook. Okay, let me turn that off so you can see. This is what she did as the base. That's very complicated. I'm not going to be that complicated. And then this is what it turned into. Look at that stunning piece of art. Henny. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to do something similar with maybe a heart shape and then try to be a little bit more precise with like lines and stuff. So I'm thinking if I do a circle here and a circle here, they will become a heart, right? So let's figure out about what size that needs to be. That there is almost 3 inches. So we'll do 1.5 inches as my thing here. Oh, too big. 1.5 inches is too big. Okay, let's erase. When I said it was almost 3 inches, well then I need to be not quite 1.5 inches, right? Maybe 1.25 inches. Okay, let's try 1.25 inches. That's better. Okay. That's good. And then here. And then from here, I'm going to go there. Make that a shape. Did I make this a shape? I didn't. I need to make this a shape. Okay. And then I need to make some straight shapes, or straighter shapes. Let's do like that. Erase some of this extra lineage here. I made that one line way too dark. I can't get it. Can't get it off of my kneaded eraser. We need a regular eraser. That's why I draw so light, because I like the kneaded eraser. I like to get rid of the lines with the light eraser. But okay. And then let's draw some some zigzags. Let's draw. Put that back on there. And then we'll start here, and we're just going to go like that. Hey, I did a pretty good job of starting those in the spot where it yeah, I did that good. Let's do that also. Just trying to make some spots that I can draw lines to through the center. Through the center. Okay. If you want to fast forward through all this construction part, feel free, because I know I wouldn't want to sit through it. Okay, and then I want to do where do I want to stick this to? I want to stick this to here and here, I think. It doesn't feel equal. It is not equal. That's not even close to being equal. What the heck? What did I measure? I measured here to here? No. I measured here to here? Yeah, why isn't that equal though? Something's not right. What have I got off? That's better. Okay. Okay. All right, I think I've constructed what I need to construct, more or less. So now we are going to do paradox in there. I've constructed myself a heart, I think. Let's paradox this guy up, shall we? I'm going to start here because I want the fan shape. So I'm going to go here. Here. And here. I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see better. And I'm just going to be quiet for a little bit because paradox always puts me in the zone. Something like that. Wind is still blowing like crazy. I keep getting ring notifications that power is out. Luckily, power's not out here. Oh, where did I leave off? I think I left off here. Power's not off here, which is good. I love that fan shape that emerges from paradox. I just love it. It's my favorite shape. Sometimes I turn my page, especially if I'm like teaching paradox. But these shapes are so small, they really don't need it. You just have to remember which direction you're going. Thin to thick, thin to thick. Like that. This is one of the most symmetrical of the patterns I've ever managed to do. Awesome. Okay, so which way do I want this to go? Because it can't go thin to thick both directions unless I make a line there. Let's do that. Let's make a line there. Oh, look at how pretty that is. I just love the way Paradox just blossoms. I really do. Okay, so now I want this one, so I'm going to make this shape. Man, that wind is blowing. If you can hear my vent flapping in the breeze, I'm sorry. You might not be able to. It is really blowing. I'm sorry, I've gone off screen. This one's a little more complicated of a shape. There we go. Now it's more of a triangle. The triangle shape's the easiest, in my opinion. Not to say that the other shapes don't exist, because they do. But for me, the triangle is the easiest to do. And we're just building it one shape at a time. Rather than drawing the whole thing, I'm just going to draw each shape one at a time so I don't get confused. Oh, there are things blowing around in the yard. Okay. Yep. Right now it kind of looks like a cat. A wild cat. Do you see? You see a nose, a chin, a couple eyes. I see a wild cat in that. I don't know why. Now it's going to be hard for me to unsee it, but things will grow and it will be better. Okay, so let's do this one. You know, I should have changed my battery on my camera. Oh well, if it starts blinking at me, I will have to stop. I didn't think about it till just now. Okay. And then we're going to do this one. Right? Do you guys have any like traditions or anything you do for Valentine's Day? Like, do you always go out to dinner, or is there a particular gift you like to give on Valentine's Day? Don't be too personal, but you know, my husband in the past has given me See's candy on Valentine's Day, but I don't know. He used to give me See's candy on every holiday. This last year, prices have gone way up. I don't know which holidays he is now choosing for my candy gift because, yeah, it's gotten really expensive. So I don't know if that's going to come or not. It used to be I got it for Christmas, for Valentine's, Mother's Day, Easter. Those all come kind of all together. And then there's a big break until my birthday in the middle of summer. And then, like I said, there's a huge break until Christmas again. I don't think he's going to do all of those this year. Okay, it's coming along, right? All right, so let's do this one. Let's do a card while we're at it. If you could trade your life for a week with the life of someone famous, who would it be? really admire Amy Grant. I think I'd like to see what a week in the life of Amy Grant would be. I think. That. Another question. That was an easy one. Which friend do you look up to and why? What qualities do you admire in them? That would be my bestie. She knows who she is. She's been my bestie since 7th grade. We've known each other forever at this point, because 7th grade was a very long time ago. I admire her outgoing spirit. She's always dragged me into going and doing things. And there are some things I would have done without her. And I appreciate her dragging me into things, even though at the time sometimes I didn't want to do it, but I went anyways because she's my friend. And then I had a great time. And I had some experiences I would never have had without her. And I've met people I would never have met without her, because she's very friendly and she will talk to anyone. And I'm more reserved, and I don't really it's not that I'm unfriendly. I'm friendly. But in new situations, meeting new people, I don't just usually just go up and just start chit-chatting. I have to get to know people. That's probably the hardest part of my job, is having to talk to strangers every day. And I feel so much more comfortable with regular customers that I recognize than I do with people I've never seen before. I just find it so very stressful to talk to people I don't know, and she doesn't, and I super admire that about her. My husband's a little bit more like that than I am as well, but he's not near as outgoing as my bestie. Almost there. A few more spots. Video will probably be closer to 40 minutes, 45 minutes. In case you guys want to fast forward, feel free. Let's do another question. Which celebrity, famous person, or someone in your social circle do you look up to, and why? Well, all these questions seem to be similar, aren't they? Let's pick another person in my social circle. There's a woman at church. Well, she used to go to our church. She no longer goes to our church. However, we're still friends. And she is the most generous person I know. Always volunteering, always doing something for the community. Very generous. Not that other people I know don't do that as well, but this particular person just jumps to mind when you think of community involvement and being generous to others. Another question. Let's get one that's not white. Let's get a red one. Was there an event that really changed the course of your life? Yes, I met my husband. I was going to go to college in Oregon and stay with my uncle, my aunt and uncle. And I changed schools. I was currently in junior college. I hadn't gone to four-year university yet, but I had a plan, and I met him in junior college, and I stayed home. Changed the course of my life. Indeed, it did. Alrighty, one more question. Boy, I'm going through these really fast. Going to be out of this box soon. Where would you like to go on a family trip and why? Well, you know me. I love my cruises. I have a couple of bucket list cruises that I'd really like to do. And if I could do them with the whole family, that would be even more fun. We'd actually like to do a river cruise on the Rhine River in Germany. Really like to do that. I'd like to do a cruise around the British Isles and up into and I know these are different cruises, can't do them all on one, but also up into the Norwegian and Norway, Sweden, Finland, Holland, up there. Absolutely would love to do both of those things. My family is from England and Scotland, and I would like to visit the places, and my mom talks about that she visited when she was studying the family tree and seeing the places where in Norway or the places in Norway where my grandma grew up, places in England where my great grandparents grew up. I would like to see those places. We still have cousins, although I think trying to remember, I do believe the last one that my mom was really in contact with has passed. But we have folk. Should I leave that middle part? No, we don't want to leave that middle part. But which direction we want it to go? weird. That's a weird piece. I think. I don't like that piece. It's a weird piece. Because I want this to keep going this way. I think I will just go like this. Which is not a paradox, more of a something else. But I want it to incorporate there. Oh, she is beautiful. Look at that. Okay. Out we go. She is so pretty. I just love paradox. I really, really do. It's one of my favorite things to do. Let's give her a little bit of shading. Let's do that. Like so. And then we're just going to give the middles in here just a little darkness. I'm not going to go all the way around the edges, just the middles where they're kind of all come together. Which is different than what I do sometimes, but I think you just want the middles dark. Like that. And just kind of smudge them around. Like that. See, it gives it a little bit of depth, doesn't it? Okay, and then a little bit of highlights, which we're going to do with a colored pencil today. Let's sharpen this puppy. just a pop of highlights, because that always looks really cool as well. Do they all need one? No, just a little bit. The big ones all need, for sure. Now remember, when you're drawing, the bigger your piece of paper, the longer it's going to take to do your pattern. Since this is my biggest piece of paper I usually draw on, which is like a 6x6. And I think I'm going to make a dark, bright white outline around this whole thing, because I want it to pop off the background more than it is. So I think I am going to, is this pen working? Let me see if this pen is working. Yes. Okay. Really hard not to stick my fingers in that. Let's go the other way while that side dries. Pump the ink, pump the ink. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because it needed something. Alrighty. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. That looks really good. I am happy with how that turned out. You guys have a great day. I was right on my guess of 45 minutes. You guys have a great day. Do something nice for someone today. Have a really great Valentine's tomorrow. If you don't have a significant other to Valentine with, doesn't mean you can't do something nice for someone else. Give some flowers to your mom. You know, you got a elderly person in your life that doesn't have a significant other anymore because their spouse has passed. You know, remember them and give them a little gift just to say that you love them and that you appreciate them and that you remember them on Valentine's Day, because it's not just for people who love one another, but in a romantic sense, it is also for people who love one another in a general, broad, I love you, I love my neighbor sort of sense. So, make the world a better place by giving somebody just that little bit of something, even if it's just say, I called you to say Happy Valentine's Day and that I'm thinking of you. That's all. That's all you need to do. All right. You guys have a great day. I will see you on the next video. And I do need to change my battery. All righty. Bye-bye, everyone.